Liebe Moshpit Army, hier ist euer Kario. Ich begrüße euch recht herzlich bei Moshpit Passion auf YouTube. Vielen Dank, dass ihr wieder eingeschaltet habt. Heute reden wir mit den Truckfighters. Das ist ein Duo aus Schweden. Die haben ihr eigenes Label, sind über 15 Jahren schon im Business. Und wir stellen euch halt hier in diesem Label-Report mal Fuzzorama Records etwas genauer vor, sprechen über die Veröffentlichung und vieles weiteres. Ich muss sagen, das sind sehr, sehr sympathische Jungs. Solltet ihr mal definitiv auschecken, wenn ihr so auf diesen Stoner, Desert Rock, Psychedelic Rock steht, sehr, sehr unterhaltsam. Und ja, ich möchte das Intro auch kurz halten. Ich wünsche euch viel Spaß. Bitte vergesst nicht, unseren Kanal jetzt zu abonnieren, bestenfalls auch die Glocke zu aktivieren. Das soll es gewesen sein und los geht's.
My name is Kayo. Today we are here in Cologne. Right next to me, the Truckfighters, and we will talk about their record label. For those who don't know, they already released some cool stuff. You can see it in the background. And the first record was released in 2003. It was the split record, I guess. It was the first split of the century. But do you remember back then the reasons why you founded a record label? And can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, at the beginning it was supposed to be some kind of fanzine, but after sending out the demo to a few labels, we just thought that fuck this, let's start a record label instead and release the record. And the main reason wasn't just to release that record. We got the idea to actually find other bands and release other stuff as well.
Yeah, I think I was not a part of the fanzine idea, but you had the name for a fanzine already, and then it became the label name instead.
Yeah.
So that's quite cool.
I saw also over the years you gained some warehouses and different locations like in über, Stockholm, and warehouse in Germany, USA also. So how and where did you find your partners actually?
Well,
randomly.
Yeah, I mean the warehouse in Germany is from the start. It was Steph, who is was a fan from the beginning and started visiting a lot of shows, and we got to know her. Yeah. And then we asked just, we should have someone to ship stuff out from Germany because it's cheaper and goes faster. And she said, yeah, I can do it. So mostly it's friend-based.
Yeah, it's quite random, like how it happens, and we have an idea and then we ask around. Yeah. That's how we usually do it.
So when it comes to promotion, here in Germany, you have a promotion company. It was Goreminister, now it is, I don't know, I forget it, but it was a different one because Swan Valley Heights, the new record was over that company distributed. But why didn't you do it on your own? That you're doing all the promotion stuff and organizing that and sending this to magazines, you know what I mean?
You know, in Sweden we have like 9 million people, and we can kind of handle that, but the whole gas area is like 10 times bigger, almost. Not that big, but there's like a full-time job just to promote an album if you want to do it good. We believe so, at least.
Yeah, it's impossible to have time, so then we'll have to hire someone, or we work with external partners on project basis. Yeah. That's the two options we have. Okay. And if you hire someone, then you really need to regularly release stuff.
Yeah, sure. And I also saw that vinyl is a big topic at Fuzzorama and also in the genre, desert rock, doom, sludge, etc. But what I found interesting is your first 2 records was not released when it really came out. You re-released that in 2013 as a double vinyl. I have it over there. But do you remember why you didn't release it direct on vinyl back then?
We thought it costed a lot to print it, and we wasn't sure that people would buy it at that time. That was...
Yeah, at that time we did smaller tours and sold not as much as we do today, so it was mainly cost.
Okay.
I think the whole vinyl scene wasn't so big in 2003, you know, or 5 or 6. It kind of started to grow like late 2000s, and then it kind of exploded the last 5 years.
what do you think of these Discogs traders? For instance, I saw your first record, the split Fuzz Century of the what's the name? Sorry, Fuzz Split of the Century, for example. The first press is on Discogs for 50, 60, 70 euros. I know you did a repress, but what do you think about that? People are trading your records from your label or even your music for high prices.
Well, it's up to them. I mean, if people think it's worth it, it's obviously worth it. It's fascinating, I would say.
What I found interesting is for this year you released 3 major records. I hope I say the name right. Sprechen.
Yeah.
Swan Valley Heights and Valley of the Sun, all 3 records. So, for instance, One Color is completely sold out. That's, I think, the first time Fuzzorama that all records which come after record direct, not every color sold out, but the limited ones. I find it also crazy, and it's also crazy to see the high prices on that. For example, here's a Sprechen. I showed in the camera.
Yeah, but that's you see it when you open it.
It's
definitely massive.
It's massive. It's I think one offer is for 250 euros. Completely ridiculous. And of course, it's something different if somebody is offering that and somebody is paying that. No? But it's like, wow, completely crazy. We should
have sold it for more money then.
Yeah.
That record actually kind of sold out before the release date.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And what do you think is special about that band, except that the lyrics are in Swedish language, of course, but I saw them pictures and in the media they're very hyped, I think.
Yeah. I think they sound like Skräcködlan, and no other bands sound like them. Yeah. That's what makes them unique, and they have a bit of everything. Maybe you can hear some High on Fire in it, a bit of Truckfighters, but they sound like Skräcködlan. Unique.
So when you sign a band, how is this working out? And do they send a demo, or do you find them on the internet or mouth propaganda?
Well, it's different every time. I mean, sometimes we get a mail like, listen to this, and we do it, and it's like, wow, this is good. Like Swan Valley Heights, for example. Yeah. They just sent an email like, listen to our new stuff. Okay. And then we liked it a lot. Whereas Skräcködlan, we've known them for 15 years, and suddenly they thought it was time to work with us.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's different. And sometimes, friends recommend someone perhaps, or we try to listen to everything that people send to us, but sometimes it gets lost in the mailbox, obviously.
So, but you are still looking for bands, or is it like?
Always.
We're always open for good stuff, yes.
And where can bands contact you? Maybe you can say it for our viewers the best way.
Yeah, like info@fuzzoramarecords.com.
Exactly.
When, for example, a young band like Swan Valley Heights is coming to your label and you're discussing different kind of things, there's also a point what goals are possible to achieve. What are you telling them? Of course, I guess 20 years back it was like, maybe we can sold 1 million records, you can drive a big car, but today it's a little bit different, I know, and something like, I don't know, it's realistic that we are pressing 500 vinyls and our goal is that for Fuzzorama we are selling everything out or something.
The thing is, we're kind of the opposite. We don't make any promises at all, and we tell them that it's not about getting a record deal. It's more maybe a help on the way. The hard work is still ahead to do. So it's better to be honest. You can promise stuff that won't happen. And that's not good. It's better to.
Yeah, I mean, for us it took almost 10 years before we made any money on Truckfighters. So we try to tell the bands that they have to be patient and believe in themselves, and as long as they have fun, it's worth to do it.
Yeah. So there's a crazy thing which happened in Germany. There was a report about a hacker. He said, give me 50,000 euros. I will bring you on the top of the charts. And everybody was like, yeah, come on. We will try it. And there was a cameraman who produced a video and a song, and they gave the hacker the money, and he was pushing them via Spotify, Apple Music, all this kind of streaming, and also Instagram, YouTube, and he was pushing him. It was, for quite a couple of time, on the pole position of the charts. It's completely ridiculous. And he said a lot of companies and big bands here in Germany go to him paying 50,000 euros and he brings them to the top of the charts. And I think it's completely ridiculous how the music industry developed over the last years, because like classical H&R, band development and something like that is completely out of time, you know. You can go to this kind of hacker, here 50,000 euros, go for it. And nobody is also give you a question, was nochmal hinterfragen? To ask about that questionized? Gibt es? Weiß nicht, I don't know the word.
Who is that guy? We should hire him.
So if you hear this, and I mean you're running a record label, and what do you think about that? That you buy charts.
But you can hear it when you listen to the top 10 or 20 albums. You hear that maybe they have 2-3 good songs, but the rest is almost always crap. So back in the days you had to do like one really solid album where almost all the songs would be like classicals.
Definitely.
But these days you don't need that. You need to have maybe one song that is kind of catchy, and then because people don't listen that much to albums anymore. So.
I mean, people listen to playlists and the songs. I bet that's what the young people do these days. And hopefully there's like, I think that's also like why the vinyl is coming back, because it's the opposite of that. You know, those who do not go into that trap of just jumping between songs and songs and songs and being fed music. They want to discover it themselves and press play and take in the whole experience.
I think also for this genre which you are doing, music, stoner, desert rock, this kind of genre, there are still people who are into music. They want an analog medium, vinyl. They want to collect it and not like skip every song and want a 2-minute song on a record or something like that. So I want to talk about your Fuzzfest. It's very interesting that you doing your own festival, which is coming out, I guess, next month in November, or was it December?
December.
In December. Maybe you want to talk about that, how you came up with the idea, which bands can the people see?
We've been thinking of it for maybe, I don't know, 6-7 years. When Desert Fest started.
Desert Fest?
Yeah, we said to ourselves that we should have something in Sweden, and maybe Desert Fest or whatever, but it kind of came to the decision that we do something on our own.
I mean, now when we came back from our little break, we just thought that actually we do a normal headline show, but nah, fuck it, let's try the festival thing now and see what happens. So that's gonna be really fun. So we only booked bands that we know more or less. It's 2 bands we don't personally know, but the other bands, it's like friends of us.
Can you imagine that this will be a touring festival in the future?
Not really. We're more into making it maybe a 2-day festival and have more stages.
A bigger event.
And also stick in Sweden.
Yeah, I think it's a part of the thing to do it in Sweden in the winter time.
Definitely.
That's a bit cool. I mean, because almost all the festivals happen in the summer or the spring or the fall. It's not so much in the winter.
Yeah. So it's definitely a nice idea and also a nice concept, like you said, in Scandinavia, winter. Yeah, nice. But what are your plans for the next year? Of course, you will tour with the Gravity X, but Fuzzorama-wise, will be there any new releases? Do we have plans? Something you can talk about?
Yeah, we actually have a band from Sweden that is called Elden. It's like fire, but...
Elder?
Elden.
Elden, no, sorry.
No, it's a small kind of unknown band, but they're interesting. Playing more some kind of hard rock.
Yeah, like influences of classic thrash almost.
Yeah. Really?
Mixed with stoner. So no, it's quite. They have their own thing as well. So. Yeah. I think almost all the bands on our label have their own little touch to it.
Definitely. So yeah, we are already done with the interview. There's one question left because our magazine is called Moshpit Passion, and do we have a Moshpit story to tell? I know we did an interview, which can our viewers buy on our magazine, where you stated your personal Moshpit experience. But do you have one?
Yeah, many. Yesterday was a mosh pit that I stage dive into. Kind of. So that was really cool when you get the feeling for it.
Yeah.
And it's funny when people have fun when they listen to us. It's even more fun to play.
Definitely. So yeah, we are done with the interview. Maybe you want to say or share anything to your fans, viewers out there. You
get down. No, I don't know. Enjoy the music and keep supporting, buying the records from our label.
Yeah. Thanks.
So guys, thank you very much for watching.